Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be a new hits and misses, a follow-up video. So I do a lot of first impressions and hauls and such on my channel. I always come back to give my full thoughts on everything. So today's video, I'm going to be following up from a first impression video, trying out the Physicians Formula and Casey Holmes butter collection that came out. Also the new brow pencil from Urban Decay and the new liquid liner from Benefit. So I'll have that first impression video linked down below in case you missed that one. But if you want to see my full thoughts, full reviews on these products, why don't we go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so first up in that video, I did do my brows and I was trying out the new brow pencil from Urban Decay. Now, Urban Decay did just release a new brow collection. I did get sent the collection to me in PR from Urban Decay, and I chose out the brow blade to give a try because this is kind of what I use just the most in my brows. I typically go for brow pencils. So this is what I chose out to really test, you know, give it my all, give it my shot, see what I think of it. The brow blade is $26. It does have, I believe it's 7 different shades, I want to say. The one that I have here is in brown sugar, and what it is you have a pencil on one side, so like a thin pencil, and then on the other side you have more of a marker shape like this. So again, I do try this out for the first time in that video. I did struggle a little bit. You know, I'm not like a brow queen by any means, but like I have a pretty good handle of how to do my brows these days. But I felt like with the pencil side that it was just a little bit more waxy than I prefer. And sometimes with waxier pencils, I kind of have troubles, like if I'm going over certain areas, I kind of feel like I'm just moving product around and it's not doing what I want it to do. So the pencil side was a little bit waxier than I preferred. I did also try the marker side in the video too. I wanted to try both sides and see what I thought. And then, you know, as I've been testing it out, I've done only the pencil, I've done only the marker, I've combined the two again just to kind of see what it is that I like best and all of that. But I did try the marker side as well, and I liked that side better. I do have it in my brows today, and I did the first impression in the video, and I've also done an up-close tutorial for my Instagram as well. If it's up as of right now, I will link it down below, otherwise it will be coming to my Instagram, just kind of solely focused on doing my brows with this and kind of the way that I've decided that I like doing my brows the most with it. How I prefer to use this is first using the pencil to just kind of shape the brows. I don't really use the pencil to fill in a whole ton. A little bit like on the kind of like the end of my brows, I'll kind of fill it in a little bit, but again, it's just not my favorite pencil, but I do like it to just kind of shape and outline the brows, and then again, just kind of like real lightly fill it in. And then I will take the marker side. The marker side to me is definitely what I think is the standout of the two products on here. I really do like the marker side. It gives really nice hair-like strokes. It's a very like fine marker, and I especially like it for the front to create those hairline strokes there. I think that it looks really good. So then I'll come in and I will do the line on the front of my brow with the marker side. I'll fill in the hairline strokes, and then I'll just kind of lightly fill in the rest of my brows with the marker, and I think that it looks really nice. So that's my favorite way that I've been using this product. I will say, as I've been using it, I've gone back and forth so many times on it, because when I first tried it, I was like, not sure I'm really feeling it. Then I tried it some more and I was like, I love this. And then I tried it some more and I was like, I don't know if I love this. So kind of where I've landed on the brow blade from Urban Decay is that I really do like it. I can see myself reaching for this quite a bit, but I don't think it's going to be an absolute favorite of mine. I don't see it becoming a new holy grail like my Benefit Precisely My Brow or the Goof Proof pencil. You don't have a spoolie with this, and I am someone who does prefer to spoolie out my brows. I do it first every single time that I do my brows because I'll spoolie them into the shape that I want them, and then sometimes I just need to spoolie through just to kind of make it look a little bit more natural and such. So honestly, like I would kind of have loved this if we had the marker on one side and a spoolie on the other. That would like make it perfect for me, because really again, I'm only using the pencil to kind of like outline the brows and very lightly fill them in, but I really do like the marker side of this. Another thing that I'll say is that typically when I use this, it does make the brows look more defined and a little bit more like, I'm gonna say like an Instagram brow, and that's not really my everyday look. I do like it for certain occasions, and you know, certain makeup looks I think really complement having kind of like a heavier, more, you know, precise brow, if you will. But like for my everyday natural looks, I prefer just using a pencil, or again like the Goof Proof, and just kind of making a little bit more bushier brows, or just not as like sharp, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like, I don't see myself using this, reaching for it a ton, but there's definitely gonna be times when I do want to reach for it. And again, I do think that the marker side is really nice. A lot of people were wondering if this was similar to the MAC, like the Shape and Shade brow pencil. That brow pencil is $22. I really like it. I've put it in favorites videos. I really do like it. You have the marker side on one end, and then on the other, you have kind of like a sponge applicator, and that has tinted powder in there, and you can use it to fill in any spots in the brows. It's really hard. So this is, you know, it's just a few dollars more, 26 compared to the 22. And comparing the two, I still feel like I would reach for my MAC just a little bit more. But if you are someone who does like a waxier style of brow pencil, I think that you would like this one more because you get a pencil and the marker. I'm not someone who uses the brow powder a ton. Sometimes I do when I reach for the MAC pencil, I think it's just because it's there, to be honest. I'll just kind of use it and fill in a little bit with the brows, but I don't know, I just feel like I'd still like to reach for the MAC just a little bit, but honestly, they're super, super comparable. So do you have a favorite brand? Do you want to save a few dollars, etc.? Because they are very similar. But it's interesting to me how much I've ended up liking these markers, because I was actually super intimidated to try the MAC first, and it wasn't until I saw Raw Beauty Christy like do a tutorial on YouTube that I was like, okay, that actually looks easier than I thought, and I gave it a shot, and I was like, whoa, I really like the way that my brows look. Again, not my everyday brow kind of look that I'm going for, but I still thought the MAC was really easy to use. And again, I do feel, you know, really a lot of the same about the Urban Decay. It's not a like 100% favor of mine, but I really, really do like it. So I have been getting on with this one. Again, it is in my brows today, and if I have that tutorial on Instagram, I'll link it down below for a little like up close zoomed in action on the brows. But have you guys tried any of the brow products from Urban Decay? What are you thinking about them? Have you tried the brow blade? I was pretty impressed. Like I said, I went back and forth for a long time over like, do I love it? Do I hate it? Do I just like it? And I ended up with, I really like it. I think that is pretty good. So that's what I think about the Urban Decay pencil. And then next up, I did receive the Physicians Formula and Casey Holmes Butter Collection in PR. This was really exciting for me. I've never received anything from Physicians Formula, and it came to my P.O. box. I didn't even have anyone like ask me for my address or say that they were sending it to me, so I was completely surprised when I've opened this. I know one time, it was a while ago, but Casey Holmes actually like shouted me out on her Snapchat and said she was watching one of my videos and recommended my channel, and that was so freaking cool to me because she's like the third YouTuber that I ever discovered and started watching her videos and just love her channel, love it all. And so I didn't know if that maybe had anything to do with it. Like, I'm gonna say that in my head, like I'm gonna let myself believe that because that's pretty darn exciting. But I just thought it was really cool when I opened it and saw this. I was like, oh my gosh, you have to be kidding me. So this was really really pretty cool to receive. Inside you have 4 different eyeshadows: the bronzer, the blush, the highlight, a lip product, and the butter perfume. Butter Paradise is what it's called. Okay, so I initially wasn't drawn to this collection, mostly because of like the packaging with the box. It's just a little bit bulkier than what I would prefer. Also, the eyeshadows in here aren't eyeshadows that I feel myself reaching for a ton. Like the shades, like I just probably wouldn't reach for these a ton. But I will say that this is a really good price. It's $20. I think that it is still available on the Ulta website, so I'll have everything linked down below like I normally do. It is a really good price, and I feel like maybe this collection would be good for someone who's maybe not like, I'm gonna say like makeup collector, but like makeup enthusiast, someone who has a larger collection and really has a lot of different products. But like honestly, a lot of times I try to keep in mind like my girlfriends, my group of friends that I have here. And we've been spending a lot of time together recently because one of our girlfriends is getting married. So, you know, we've had bachelorettes and bridal showers and da-da-da. So we've been together quite a bit. And it's always really interesting to hear about their makeup preferences and all of that. Because, you know, YouTube can just be such a totally different world. And being in the beauty community on YouTube, it can be totally different. It's very interesting to hear my girlfriends talk about how they buy makeup and what goes into their decision making. And honestly, I can see a lot of them really liking this because you get a lot of different products all in one spot. Again, kind of depending on you and how you do things, it could be harder to store. Maybe it wouldn't be harder to store. That's totally, you know, different for everybody. But I could see a lot of them really liking this. You know, a lot of my girlfriends get the Ipsies and they get FabFitFun. And, you know, I've had my girlfriends say, I never buy makeup brushes. I only get what comes to me in those bags. And, you know, it's such a great deal. I never buy palettes because I get what comes in my BoxyCharm. You know, things like that. So it's interesting to hear them as well versus just, you know, watching YouTube videos all day like I normally do. So I can see this working out for a lot of people and why a lot of people really like it. And again, for the price, you're getting a lot of different products. For me personally, it's still not an absolute love. To go through the different products, I do have everything on my eyes today. I do not have the lip product on because I didn't love the lip product. The eyeshadows, I'm actually pretty darn impressed with. I've never tried the Physicians Formula eyeshadows before, so I wasn't sure what to think about the formula. I'll say that you get a lot of kick up in the pan when working with the shadows, but I get almost no fallout on my face when I'm using these. Even when I pack like the green shade all over and the green has some shimmer on it, even then I'm still not really getting a lot of fallout. So even though you get some kick up in the pan, I think that they apply really smoothly to the eyes. They blend out so well. They're very nicely pigmented. I was really impressed with the eyeshadows, and for it being the first time trying out the Physicians Formula eyeshadows, very impressed. Again, the shade selection isn't totally me. Actually today I have the bronzer as my first transition crease color, and then I have this second shade kind of on the outer part of my eye, and then the green on the lid, and then I just put a little bit of the white matte on the inner corner and the brow bone. So I wish the shade selection would have been a little bit different because there's just like I don't know. I just wish it would have been a little bit different for me personally, but again, we're all different and all that. But for the actual quality of the eyeshadows, I do think that they're really nice. I do like the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzers. I have the light bronzer and I think that it's super nice. This one is the deep bronzer. And again, I do have it on. I am pretty tan right now because I just have been in Punta Cana for a week, so I have quite a tan going on, so the deep bronzer works really well for me right now. But obviously, it's not going to be able to work with everybody. You can kind of go in lighter and build it up, but you know, you just have to be aware of that and your skin tone and all of that. But I do like the butter bronzers. I do like the blush also. I think that the blush is pretty. Again, I have it on today. And again, I feel like it's a very buildable formula. It has a little bit of like a sheen to it, but I thought the one was really pretty. The highlight I don't love. Again, I have it on today. It is very glittery. Some people were saying if you like scratch it, then maybe it wouldn't be so glittery. So I did that. There's like a little like chunk in here of the highlights. I don't want to like ruin the entire highlight, so I just took like a little section and tried to like scrape some of it off and then keep trying the highlight, but I still find it to be really glittery. And it kind of threw me off having a glittery highlight because I know that Casey has texture, and she talks about like not loving glittery highlights either because of the texture on her skin, and I'm the exact same way. And so I was just a little bit surprised by that because I don't love glittery highlights either. So I wouldn't reach for the highlight a lot because I just don't think that it looks great. I went for it and I did it today, but it's not going to be a highlight that I reach for a ton. So the bronzer and the blush I do like. The highlight would be a pass for me. The lip color in here I also didn't enjoy. I didn't realize that it was a metallic lip shade when I was first trying it out, and I just don't think that it looks the best on me. So it's more of like a pinky gold, more of like a glossy formula, and I don't know, I didn't love the color on me. I also just didn't, I just didn't really enjoy the way that it looked, to be honest. But that's what the lip product looks like, and not a big fan. It feels okay on the lips, but again, just not like a personal preference of mine. So I didn't even want to wear it today, to be honest. Like, I was thinking about it, I was like, you can do it, but you know, I've tried it a couple times and it's just not really for me, so I have a different lip color on today. I also do really like the little perfume, the fragrance that comes in here, the Butter Paradise. The Butter Paradise. This does smell really good. I'm not gonna lie, I did kind of forget about it because it's been in this little packaging because I didn't want to lose it, especially with the process of moving and our house being packed up. I was like really paranoid I was gonna lose this, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and just set it in my, like, take it out of this packaging now and set it in the drawer so I remember to wear it, because it's just really, like, I really do like the scent of it. I've heard people say really good things about these from Physicians Formula, and I know Casey said in like her reveal video that she really wanted to make sure to include this in the collection. I'm glad she did. I can see myself using quite a bit of this because I do think that it's a really nice scent. So overall, I mean, most of this collection is pretty darn good. Again, the eyeshadows are really nice. If these are your shades and the kind of shades that you think that you would want to wear, I think that they're really easy to work with and they look really good on the eyes. Again, the bronzer and the blush, it probably is going to depend on your skin tone, but again, I think that those are really nice products. The highlight and the lip were a miss for me, but then you also do get a nice fragrance in there. So, you know, makeup is always going to be personal preference, so it's up to you if you would want to purchase something, you know, in the box like this. This, you know, could be something that people do want, or it could be something that kind of deters you. But again, for the price of $20, you're getting a lot of products, and a lot of them in here are really darn good. So that's kind of my thoughts on the Casey Holmes and Physicians Formula collection. And then I just have one more product left to talk about. that is from Benefit. So they released their new roller liner eyeliner. So this is a liquid eyeliner, so it looks like this, and I'll do couple swatches here on my hand. It's a very black and it dries matte. I do have it on my eyes today as well. I just did like a baby wing today because I didn't want to do anything too much. Again, I'm back from vacation and I wear makeup pretty much the entire time we were on vacation, except like sometimes I wore a little concealer. I think like 2 nights I slapped eyeliner on and was like, killing it, girl. You killing it. So I didn't really want to do like a big wing or lashes yet. I'm slowly easing myself back into the game here, but I did just do a little bit of like a tiny baby wing for me, and I've been really liking this liquid liner from Benefit. I feel like the style of liner, I feel like with this really sharp wing, it's just easy for me to apply, whether it be you know, across the lid, and then whether it be coming to do the wing. This is like my preference. This is what my go-to for liquid eyeliners. So the eyeliner is $22, or they also do have a mini for $12, which I think is great. I wish more brands would come out with minis. So if you're interested in the product, but maybe you don't use liquid liner a ton, or you're interested but you're still not totally sold, you can definitely try out the mini, save some money. And you know, it's liquid eyeliner. They do last for a pretty long time. I mean, as long as you're not doing like a large wing every single day, they can generally last you for a pretty long time. So I think that's awesome. I really do like this product. I don't have a lot of complaints about it. It's easy to apply for me. It is very black, which I appreciate. It does dry down matte. I do wait just a little bit because when you first apply it, you can see that it's a little bit more shiny. So I wait before like I'm fully opening my eyes or lifting, just so I don't get any transfer. But after I let it dry for a few seconds, I don't have any issues with it transferring, budging, smudging, going anywhere. So I've been really impressed with that. So yeah, I think that this is a really good liquid eyeliner. Is it a product that I'm like super jazzed about and like I think you need to run out right away and grab it? No, but if you're in the market for a new liquid eyeliner, you want to try something new, etc., I think that this is a really nice one from Benefit. Like I said, I don't really have a lot of cons to say about it, so I think that this is a really good liquid liner, and I do like the packaging on it. I like that it matches the Roller Lash Mascara, which is one of my favorite mascaras from Benefit. So I think this is a pretty good new release from Benefit Cosmetics. But after that, that's going to wrap it up for today's follow-up video. You have to let me know if you tried any of these products. What are you thinking about them? Do we have the same opinions? I would always love to know. But as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you'll also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.